What did they do to her? Hey nerds, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another trope video. I haven't done one of those in a while. I'm going to be talking about the body snatcher trope. Yeah, but before we get into that, I just want to thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Now let's get into this. You're probably thinking, Talia, what are you talking about? What is the body snatcher trope? Now, I feel like this trope already has a name, or it's like it exists without a name, but this is what I see it as. This is my definition and my rendering of this trope. So the body snatcher trope is when a character in a TV show has a drastic change in their personality and their overall character at some point in the series. I use the term body snatcher because the character is replaced with someone who looks like the original character, who sounds like the original character, but it doesn't feel like the original character. Does that make sense? Especially if the show is somewhat long running, you can see that drastic change like in between seasons most of the time. So I only have 2 examples to go off of, but I do feel that there are characters who suffer from this trope in other shows and or movies. So my first example is going to be Cat Valentine from Victorious. I feel this is the most popular character regarding the trope and who it affects. So if you watched Victorious growing up, you know about this, and if you've watched it at all, you see the change happen. So in season 1, we can see Kat as this ditzy character, but she's not completely helpless. She could still hold a conversation and understand simple concepts. She was just a little, you know, just a little bit ditzy. And her style was edgy, but still girly. It was like an early 2010s hot topic punk type of thing. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I feel her style was, but that's just my opinion. Don't believe me? Take a look.
You were so awesome in the big showcase. Oh, thanks. My name's Kat. Like the animal. What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. I love cats.
Me too. They're so cute. I don't want to be alive without Poncy. This pig is everything to me that my daddy never was, and I'll be dead. You hit me in the face with a ball. Handcuffs?
Put him on one wrist.
Okay.
Good. And now we lock the other part around here.
So that was Kat in season 1, okay? Now, as the show went on, she changed completely. It was like they took the real Kat and replaced her with a clone, hence the term body snatcher. In the later seasons, Kat has the mental capacity of a 4-year-old, and I'm not even joking. She talks like one, she acts like one, she even dresses like one. Look at this.
If you don't want to be on national television, where all kinds of Hollywood...
Where's my house key?
I'll take her to the nurse.
Is this a closet party? Look, I have spoons.
And it didn't get any better when Sam and Kat came into the picture. I think they cashed in that dumb, ditzy, you know, innocent childlike thing and ran it into the ground because she became a caricature of her own character, and that's really weird when you sit and think about it. I just think this is lazy writing, but I will never forgive the writers, producers, whoever, for not only infantilizing Kat, but pretty much giving her a lobotomy. These girls, these are 2 different people. These are not the same people. They may have the same face, same hair color, but these are not the same people. This is Kat, that is not. I don't know who that is, that's Katarina or somebody. That's Kitty, but that's not Kat. Now my second example for this is Eric Matthews from Boy Meets World. I grew up loving this show. This is one of my favorite shows ever. And Eric Matthews suffers from the body snatchers trope. And as a child, I had the notion of, you know, when you get older, you get smarter. In this case, not for Eric. He got older and he got dumber. This made me very angry because I watched all 7 seasons of the show and rewatched them so many times, and like I can see the exact moment, pinpoint, where they switch his character and completely change him. In the first, I guess, 2 seasons-ish, I would like to say, the first 2 seasons, maybe even 3, Eric was a normal character. He was Corey's older teenage brother, trying to be cool, trying to be suave, picks on his little brother, da-da-da-da-da. You know how older teenage brothers are. He's very similar to Kat in a way, because, you know, he had, like, ditzy moments, but he wasn't, like, hopelessly dumb. You know what I'm talking about? You go into the second half of the entire series, Eric is so, you know, how do I say this without being mean or insensitive? He's so dumb that it's painful to watch him on screen. And they turned him into like a goofy, bumbling fool. Like he was supposed to be like a jester of some kind. And I would say this, Eric was a little goofy in the first few seasons, you know, first 1 to 2 seasons, but they turned him into a bumbling fool. By the end of the show, I don't know who we thought we had on the cast, in the cast list, but that was not Eric. That was somebody else that looks like Eric, because there's no way. How do you go from this?
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Eric, you're here.
Yeah, the old Eric's here. New Eric's gonna be here in 90 days, according to Make Me Big magazine. Then how come he just called me on the phone?
He did?
Yup.
What did he say?
He said, ho, 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 oh, oh.
To this.
The shirt.
Drop and give me 20.
Fine. Dude, you better pay me back.
This is the eternal flame of the love of the Matthews.
Sparklers are fun.
And again, I have the same opinion for Eric's character. I think it was just lazy writing. And here's the thing, Eric had some very interesting storylines, but that I feel they would get muddied up with his dumb ditzy character, you know, trope, stereotype, archetype, whatever you want to call it. And especially in some scenes, it did not work. Like him being that type of character in like very serious scenes or very important scenes, it didn't work. Oh my god, I just remembered another example, and I don't know why I didn't think of this in the first place. London Tipton from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and Sweet Life on Deck. What did they do to her? I'm mentioning both shows because essentially it's a continuation of the original story. That's why I mentioned both Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and Sweet Life on Deck. But here's the thing. Now, I don't remember much from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, but I do remember a few key things. London was not dumb in that first season. Same premise, same formula. She had a little bit of air in her head, but not like to where she was like super dumb and couldn't keep up in a conversation. She had a personality. She was the rich, spoiled girl who was always picking on Maddie. She was flaunting her riches and her clothes and going, yay me. She had an actual personality. As the seasons went by and then we jumped onto another spin-off of the original show, London underwent a drastic change. And here's something else. So I thought that her and Maddie were in the same grade, you know, because they were older than the twins. But at the end of the like overall series of Sweet Life, London graduated in the same class as the twins. They literally made it to the point where she was so dumb that she got held back and graduated with the twins. What? For reference, this is London season 1.
Didn't he love your outfit? Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna work. Why not? He loved your outfit. But I didn't like him. Didn't you like his outfit? Good. And when you find him, I want him thrown in the Tipton dungeon for the rest of his life.
You don't have a dungeon, but I can have him fired.
From a cannon?
This is her Sweet Life on Deck.
And I use $100 bills instead of however many $1 bills that would be.
London, this is not a makeup class.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. I failed art last semester and they told me I needed to take a makeup class.
Now that I've listed all of these out, I'm just assuming this is lazy writing on the writer's part and producer's part, whoever is involved in the process, because why do you want them to be one-dimensional? Oh my gosh, I forgot another one. Now this one seems really stupid, but it fits the trope. So, Cosmo from Fairly Odd Parents. Now, I discovered that he was a part of this trope not too long ago. So when the pilot came out, like, you know, for test audiences, when Fairly Odd Parents first was a thing, Cosmo was actually a regular schmegular degular fairy. He wasn't, you know, a bumbling idiot. He was actually quite sassy. You know, take a look.
You can't tell anyone about us.
If you do, we'll just go away forever.
Why are you here?
We want to help you. We're magic. Ooh, magic. Ooh, should we do something?
Well, he's got to wish for it first.
Ooh, I hate that rule.
Sweet girl.
I love her fangs.
You see, he is still, you know, coherent. He is there. He is in his full mind. He's cracking jokes. He's snapping back. And then as the show went on and the show became what it was known as today, Cosmo got dumber and dumber and dumber, seemingly by the episode. Take a look.
We need to have a serious talk about the Birds and the Bee Gees. You see, when the Bee Gees recorded Saturday Night Fever, everybody loved them. Then there was a backlash. Too much Bee Gees, they said.
The good news is I've named my nickel Philip.
What's the bad news?
It's a girl nickel. I like making the buzzy noise.
Like, it's in the cartoons too. Like, I really only had the two examples being Kat and Eric, but I'm sitting here editing this video and I'm like, wait a minute. Cosmo is also suffering from the body snatchers trope. I look at them. That's the same person, seemingly. They look alike. They look similar, but he has changed. They switched him out with a new Cosmo. And this Cosmo ain't got all his brain cells. So yeah. A lot of people have noticed this. They probably call this trope something else, like the dumb character trope, just to be simplistic, or they call it something else, but I call it the body snatcher trope because it's literally like, you know, it's the same person, looks like them, sounds like them, but something is off. That's not them. That ain't who we think it is. Cause look at these characters side by side. Yes, they look the same, and maybe they got a little older, maybe they changed their hair, but that second picture of them, that second version of them, why do they have to have part of their brain taken out for them to become this one-sided character, one-dimensional character? My only personality trait is that I'm dumb, and that I'm so dumb I can't function in a normal conversation. I don't even know how to say my ABCs type stuff. And I'm like, what is going on? Why do we do this? And I'm sure there are more characters that I am glazing over, but those are the ones that I know for a fact that had that drastic change. Shoot, I hear people even say that Patrick Star in the beginning stages of SpongeBob, he wasn't that dumb. This trope is very annoying. To me, these characters are stuck in development hell. They just can't seem to escape, so they stay stagnant for the rest of the show. It's kind of annoying. I'm not even lying. It's very annoying to see this. And I wish writers would stop doing that. So yeah. But yeah, that is my video on the body snatchers trope. I'm done ranting. So that concludes our video for today. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. And if you made it to the end of the video, comment a brain for the body snatchers. And subscribe if you want to. I'll see y'all on the next go round. Okay, bye.